So this week I've been able to double my viewers' coins in just 2 days, and this is how we've done it. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So this has been a really good week for investments. A lot of players have done really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you what did really well, again how I managed to double my viewers' coins in just 48 hours, and what you guys can learn from this for the future. So how the format of this video is going to work is basically I'm going to show you guys what I recommended people buying last week on my subscriber trading guide. Now all these recommendations were uploaded on YouTube as well. It's just I have the actual figures on my trading guide, whereas in the videos I just recommend the players in the time. But again, these are basically those prices at the time they recommend on the YouTube video. It's just for easy viewing for my subscriber trading guide. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing what I recommended people buying players for and what they went up to when I recommended selling them. And amongst these investments I recommended last week, we had a player who did extremely well, and that was 91 Vidic. Now Vidic, we can see right here, we did go and recommend buying him at 47k after Division Rival Awards, which basically meant you had anywhere from around about 9 all the way through to, I'd say, 2 PM on the Friday you'd be able to buy him. You'd be able to go and pick him up at 57k bids all through here, especially after marquee matchups. Sadly, again, I recommended 47, and it would have been better if I recommended at 50 because he would have been more achievable. But, skimming off 5% of a player's price on bids or snipes really isn't that hard to come by. So what happened with Vidic? Vidic went up from, again, 47, we can even go and grab 50 on the Thursday, and he went all the way up here to 102 on the Sunday. Now I recommended going and selling him Sunday pre 6 PM content. Now the reason I recommend Sunday pre 6 PM content is because he's being used in an Icon Evo. And obviously there's demand for him because he's an Icon. On the Sunday, we traditionally get the Icon SBCs. And as a result of getting the Icon SBCs, it's Icon demand replacing Icon demand. So my idea was that it would peak on the Sunday before 6 PM and then go down. What ended up happening, basically about that, we can see the peak right here on the Sunday. If I move this a little bit to the right, it is about 107k 1 hour before 6 PM content. So I kind of completely nailed the buy time, a little bit off maybe, but completely nailed the sell time. The absolute peak was 6 PM content, and then he then proceeded to go down. So you got, give or take the best time. So the buy was down here at 47, and the sell was up here at 107. They doubled actually in 3 days. I am wrong. So you can see right there, we got the Thursday to the Friday to the Saturday, and then the Saturday to the Sunday. We also had Gary Lineker who did the same trend. Now, didn't quite double, but he still performed really well. Now, the recommended buy time was 39k on him, and if we head back here, we can see he would have been achievable at 39k, give or take anywhere from just after Division Rival Awards, easily right there, Friday morning. You basically had all the way up until Friday 12. Now again, this recommended sell time on him was Sunday pre 6 PM content. So let's have a little look right there. We got Sunday morning, moving into pre 6 PM content about here is 61. Meaning he didn't quite do what Nemanja Vidic did, which was double, but he still went up 50% in just 72 hours, which was a really nice performance. And again, the third player that followed these trends was Desai Eid. A little bit more expensive here at 325. Let's just go and show you that Desai was buyable at 325. We can see right there after Division Rivals 324, and then we can see again, you've got to understand this is hourly average. This isn't the cheapest card on the market. We can see 323 there, 329. We can see right there 327. We can see Friday morning he went down there to 323. So we can see it's basically buyable all the way up until Friday morning. So you basically had like 24 hours to buy him. Well, he went from 325, and again we look at Sunday just before 6 PM content, which is right here, and we can see he went up to 439, which means before tax he went up 115k, and after tax he went up 95k per card in 72 hours. So performed really well. Why did these players rise so much? Pyramid scheme. Everyone just kept on buying them, watching the video. I wish. No, the reason they did this was the Galazzo Evo. The Galazzo Evo required Galazzo players despite them not being in being in packs. And obviously, this Evo is still active, but because there's more likely than not going to be better Evos released during team mid-season, I can see the players dropping off, which is why I recommend selling on the Sunday. Because I do think since the Sunday, I'll be honest with you, they're not down, but that's because actually the Evo we got this weekend was quite underwhelming. Whereas we expected some better evos. You know, the ones we got during like Foot Birthday, given 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Even some of the recent ones, I think it was like a backline to frontline was relatively well demanded. Yeah, the evo we got with the Inform wasn't amazing. It just gave like a 1 Inform upgrade. It really wasn't that exciting. Whereas if it was a more exciting evo, then we could have maybe seen it having more effect. Same with the Showdown Winners boost. Again, you know, it wasn't really that crazy to go and make the Galazzo evos go down in price. Now, there were a few other investments we recommended last week, so we might as well go over those. But that's the Galazzo one. Did really well because it required players out of packs. Players won at 50%. We might actually cover investing in this later in the week, just like how Galazzo players went up because they weren't in packs but used for the Evo. Obviously, Informs go out packs this Friday, so we might have a little look into this Evo. Now, to an extent, follow the Galazzo. The Galazzo only had like 6 players that could be used, whereas if we look at the Formidable Inform, I presume there's like... Can we see how many pages there are? We can... Yeah, I presume there's like hundreds of pages, because obviously it's every single Inform. So the investment would be nowhere near as close, but there might be some really popular players that works well with. For example, I think Hansen's one of the most popular. Yeah, someone like Hansen and Griezmann, they might work quite well out of packs, but we'll cover that in a later video. We'll keep on covering recommended investments. We also recommended 88 Keane. The reason we recommended 88 Keane is because he was the cheapest at fodder. We thought there's a bit of weekly demand for him. We think 88s could be demanded through this week because we had like icon SBCs last year. Well, if we move to active SBCs, since Keane going out of packs on the Friday, we have had obviously the Showdown SBC. For Trossard, it was semi-demanded. We got the Zambarotta SBC, that was semi-demanded, would be requiring 88s, if you're wondering what the relevance of 88s are. I think this was an 85 rated team, if I'm not wrong. Not really requiring 88s, especially at 18k, going to be a bit overkill. The Icon would have required 88s, which would have been decent. The Florenzi would have been using 88s slightly. So you can see there's been a fair few well-demanded SBCs requiring 88s, and that's what was expected. That's allowed the other 3 investments we recommended this week of Keane, Quell, Keane and Quell to do well. So again, Keane we recommended at 12k. You can see once again that Keane was buyable at 12k. We can see right here after Division Rival Rewards from about 1 PM, 12k, all the way through to Friday morning. So again, another time we had 24 hours to go and sell him. We recommended selling him Sunday after the Icon SBC, and if we go and look at Sunday, we can see that the Icon SBC was here. So we can see after the Icon SBC, which is when we recommended selling, Pete's up there at 17k. I'm not unrealistic. I'm not expecting people to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So the reality is he's kind of went up to about 16.5. So 12k to 16.5, it's going to be an increase of around about 20-25% in, what would it have been, 48 hours. So not too bad. Same sort of trend happened here with Quell. Recommended buying him at 20. You can see that was very easily buyable after Division Rival Rewards. We can see again after the Icon SBC on the Sunday. So about here, we can see he went from 20 to 24k, up 4k again, just under 20% in 48 hours. And Keane was really, really good. So Keane has like weekly demand on top of being fodder. So the dual, what's it called? Like demand basically made him do really well. Buy here was 30k. Robbie Keane's gone up here to 45. I think he might have even hit higher. Again, easily buyable after Division Rival Rewards. 30k right there. Still 30k here. Still 30k here. Really was buyable all the way until, again, Friday morning. So another 24 hours to buy him. Sell him after Sunday 6 PM content, which was here. So he went up to about 47k. So 30 to 47k. It's going to be an increase of, well, 17k, which is going to be a really good rise actually. It's going to be around about a 40% increase on the likes of Keane. So again, really, really good investment. And yeah, we will be looking for other investments this week and obviously keeping you guys posted. If you guys are interested in this format, again, this is what I have as my sub perk. It's basically what allows me to do this full time and put so many hours into researching a PEGI 3 game. But that is going to be about that. Hopefully you guys have learned something. Mainly Evo players needed for Evos that are going out of packs are banging investments. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.